Hey, good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, it's a Tuesday here in our shop. Uh, we had snow last night again, so we had to work. And then today we are just slept half the day. Now we're awake. We're out here in the shop. We got the laser going over here. We got the 3D printer starting up over there. We've got some stuff we need to put together. We have four of these 6-7 Elf hype chains. We have sold 27 of these things already. And we got another four to put together. And that's just so we have four on hand. So, welcome to Layered and Lasered. We started this channel, I think it was last December. We only put a couple videos out, a couple shorts. But 2026, we're going to for sure explode on here, hopefully, with some laser and some 3D printed content. So, hope you enjoy it. We are by no means the aficionados of either one of these two hobbies or businesses, but we are making a run for a business. So yeah, we have two more shows this year, and then we'll be done for the season. We do have a vendor booth. Check out our other channel, Poppin' Missouri, Poppin' in the Show Me State. Like I said, we do have another booth that we put some of our stuff into, and especially after this coming weekend, we'll be putting a bunch more of our stuff in there because we can sell it in there too. So we're gonna put a little height chain together here. It's tiny, very very tiny pieces. That's 4 pieces. So, and anybody who knows me knows I make notes for everything. So here is the color for every chain. So I just sit here and do this. If I can read my own writing sometimes, it's pretty bad. So, yeah. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. Like I said, it's cold and rainy here. It's not rainy. Sorry, it's not rainy. White, green, red. Green, white, red. White, red, green. Jeez. You think after 30 of these things I would know how to put it together, but still don't. Just something that I saw on Maker World. So we decided to, make a couple. And holy cow. There's, I think, we've sold 27 that have been paid for. And I think there's 6 or 7 laying on the front porch in the bin for people. And then we got these extra. We'll have 4 extras by the end of today to set aside and go with. So, looks like the first piece is off the laser. We'll grab that. These are military magnets that we make. So they are 2 inches around. We get that all cleaned out. We'll show you what it really looks like. And then, that's pretty much scrap. That's junk. Goes in a firewood box. Someone can use it somewhere, I'm sure. I am sure of that. Let's see here. Get the next magnet ready. We've got to make 3 Army ones and then 1 veteran one. And then we've got to cut the backs for them all. And these are all made out of scrap. So the material's been paid for already by different projects. So yeah, it's just, I don't like to throw anything away. So let's go with number 2. I don't know if we'll have anybody stop in today and chat with us or not. Who knows? Probably not, but that's fine. It is what it is. Get a little pieces out of this thing, because there are a bunch. Get this thing out. Best thing I found is just a little X-Acto knife. Pop the stuff out. You can already see it's getting cleaned up pretty good. They match the ones on the wall behind me there. They are just 2 inches instead of 11.5. The only difference is they won't have a red, white, and blue background. They just have a black background. Because red, white, and blue would be too hard, too small to try to paint and assemble properly. We were going to try to go live on this channel Sunday. I believe it was Sunday morning. We went live on our other channel, and we were going to try to go here, but I forgot that you have to ask permission to go live now. I guess I don't know. I guess I just assumed because we have other channels that go live that we'd be able to, but I had to wait 24 hours and then weather and couldn't get back to it. So it's the first chance I get back to it. It's a passion for sure. Stress reliever. Sometimes it's more stressful to be out here and dealing with stuff than anything. So we do have a video coming up hopefully by the end of the week with some Black Friday pickups that we picked up for both the laser. No, we didn't pick anything up for the laser actually. For the printer for sure. Had some really good filament sales. Got a really cool box coming from Sunlu. It was actually a mystery box. If you know anything about our other channel, Papa Missouri, you know we love mystery boxes of all shapes and sizes. And it was a 6 rolls of filament for $59.99 shipped. And it's mystery, so it's random. You know, I've seen people get carbon fiber. I've seen a lot of PLA, some PETG. We don't do much in PETG, but I do have a buddy that does. So if we get PETG that we don't feel we can use or want, I'm sure we can do some trading. So that's a great thing about the crafting community. We tend to help each other out as much as we can with projects and product and stuff like that. But it being kind of cold today, I say kind of, it's like 27 degrees outside. Is there one more piece that's got to come out? No. No, I don't think so. Let's go out. No, it's in there. There's a couple pieces in there, I see now. Run, not sure how I feel about the you can go to the vertical and horizontal now. Sundays live, we had two gentlemen on there chatting, and one was on each one, and they couldn't see each other's comments. So apparently they thought they were ignoring each other. Yeah, I found that out later that if I'm on the vertical, you're on the horizontal, we can't see each other's messages. The streamer can through StreamYard, but and I've started trying to keep 4 or 5 of these on hand every day, because it seems like the closer you get to Christmas, of course, people are starting to buy these little chain things. I did it just because the guy at work said something about it, and I looked it up and I sent him a picture. I'm like, something like this? He's like, that'd be perfect. So I made one for him, gave it to him, and then, like I said, we've sold a crap ton of them. So I've got people asking for kid size, full size ones. I don't think anybody truly understands what, if anything. I don't think the 6'7" means anything, to be honest with you. I don't know anything about it. I don't pretend to, or nothing like that. So Like I said, we're just starting up. We don't know. We've had our laser 2 years. We've had the printer just under a year. We ordered it last December. We got it in January of this year. Um, still learning. Still learning for sure. So every day it's something new for sure on both machines, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's a learning experience for sure. If you, and I'm not the best with technology, but I'm learning. I've got to. So, see, we got our last one here. We got some 3D printed lights that we're going to put together next. So I'm going to finish this chain up so I don't lose the pieces anywhere. I have a tendency to do that sometimes. Figure we come out here tonight before it gets super cold and too cold because the garage is not heated or cooled. So summertime it sucks, wintertime it stinks. So it is what it is until we find something different. This will have to. It works just that. Just that. Alright, so all 4 of those are done. Print time on those was about an hour. Assembly time, you saw it maybe 5 minutes. And $20. So I look at that as a win. Again, we're not in it to make $1 million. If we were, we wouldn't be selling 6-7 chains for a elf on a shelf. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are like, "Oh, your stuff's too cheap." Well, you know what? It might be, but see, this is what's left from when I cut those back there. So we just snap it, cut it out of that, and then throw the rest away. Throw it in the bin. When I had my wood shop, I had a guy that would actually come and take the scrap from me. And then now that I don't do the full-on woodwork, it's kind of hard for him to get the scrap. So, because it's very little, very little stuff. It's still burnable. So he's more than welcome to it. And I've always told him that. Let me know, and I'll bring it to work. You know where it'll be. So yeah, come on. So, of course, you gotta have your coffee. I got 2 cups sitting here. I'd say when those 2 cups are done, we're done for the night. So I need to at least get these magnets cut, the backs cut and painted tonight, so I can throw those together. And I think the goal is going to be to put like 3 to 4 lights together, probably 3D printed lights. Yeah. I think that's the goal for tonight. And then we'll go in and hopefully get warm. So, hope everyone's having a great time out there. Hope nobody got too much snow. No. We didn't get. Yeah, our grass isn't even white, and we've had two events. We're not even calling them snowstorms. We're just gonna call them snow events. So. I know some other places got a lot more than us, of course. Some places that aren't prepared for it as much as we are. So, which, you know, that's bad as well. So, growing up in northern Illinois, we were prepared for it. Where I'm at now, we're somewhat prepared for it. I wish we were more sometimes, but it is what it is. You gotta remember that. You know, we won't go into politics much on this channel, but we have a local politician that's complaining about some state services that are provided and by taxpayers' dollars, and he doesn't feel that the individuals that done it were doing a good enough job, not to his liking. Which, yeah, that's anybody, right? So, that's anybody in politics never thinks that anything's being done good enough for them. So, my opinion. I think this is the last one we need. Yep, it's the last one we need right there. And then we can cut backs with magnets. I think we got 7, 10, 13 magnets, 13 backs that we need to cut. And then we just spray paint them black. So we got a skull going over there, skull light on the printer. One of those made. We actually had an order for 3 of these. And I told them we'd have them by Monday. Oops. And we had 2 of them done, but we also had 2 crash shows this weekend. So, you know, I was kind of hoping to be able to take everything there. So here's one of the signs that we already have made. We just need to put some lights into them. Nuka-Cola. That's one we'll work on here in a little bit. And then this one is another one that we're working on right now. This one we have an order for 3 of them for Christmas. And this one comes with a stand. I don't know that you'd want to use a stand because you got the hanger on the back too. So kind of redundant, but you know, the Nuka-Cola comes with a little stand too. The thing I don't like about the Chiefs one is, and I could put a hole in the back of it probably for the USB lights cord to come out, but I just never have, and so I need to burn a hole into it, which it's okay. We also had a Deadpool light. This comes with a stand as well. We sell these for $25. So this one comes with an integrated hanger and a little hole, which we're just going to have to elongate a little bit bigger. So, not too bad. Not too bad on that. So, we're printing the light over there. We got those 3 lights we're going to put together. We already have our 4, 6, 7 L chains done. We're going to put those away in the soda cabinet over here. Over here for storage. And then, like I said, we're working on the magnets. So, a lot of irons in the fire at one time. That's fine with me. I'm perfectly fine with that. We only need one more brown. Right there. We have, I don't know how many of these, either painted brown or just the wood that we use. I bet we have 500 of these that we save. We make keychains out of the corners of regular color, or we'll make the magnets out of that. Bigfoot magnets out of the brown. We never know what we'll come up with. It's always something different, it seems like. 3/4 of the time. But I don't want to throw anything away. I mean, even the little pieces that are coming out of there, I'm putting in a cup. Why? I don't know. I just do. It's just what I do. Coffee time. Ow. Can't have much more to go on this one, and that's done. We'll get ready for the last magnet front to be cut. We also did some coasters the other day. Slate. We'll have to put our logo on the back of those. So then at some point we need to clean off our honeycomb over here. It's getting pretty cluttered with little pieces down inside of it. So anybody who has a laser understands that. We have just an X-Tool D1 10 watt. It's the first and only laser we have, and I honestly, I don't think I'd, until I can have a CO2, this is what we're going to be using. So I love it. I have only had one issue with it, and I think that was more user error than like faulty laser, because it was about a year and a half in, and the belt came undone. So I think it was just failure to maintain proper tension, and it finally just popped. So, which took about an hour to fix, but it taught me a good lesson. You know, watch that tension belt that's on there for sure. For sure. So, yeah. Like I said, we got a big box of filament. We've got on Black Friday. We'll be showing here at some point on the channel. Probably this week. Might be this weekend when it drops. So stay tuned for that. We got a really, really good deal on this stuff. And yeah, so we might have some additions coming to the shop too. So I'm super, super excited for that as well. Something that we've worked towards over the past 2 years, and yeah, it's finally coming to fruition. So super stoked for that. Do that so I can make sure that all the letters pop out of that. I don't know if you can see that, but it's all very intricate. Not all the time, the little pieces don't leak themselves out. Sometimes if we just drop it, it'll pop out. There it is. Yep, there it is. That army is done. Now we just need 13 little black circulating circles. We'll just cut them out of scrap and then paint them black. All right. We'll get some lights ready for these. All right, so the 3D lights, so we use two different styles. We go to Walmart, buy the 10-foot on multi-LED light strip with remote control. They're $4.99. They're 10-foot. They're trimmable, so we won't use anywhere near the 10 feet. But no. Again, I save stuff, so I have rolls of lights. I don't know what I'm ever going to do with them. And then we're big fans of Menards. They have these here. They're color LED strip lights, two of them, 6 inches with a remote. These are only $2.99, but I believe they're starting to maybe not sell them and stock them because my local store is on clearance now and they don't have any. And I ordered 24 of them, but they had to come all the way from Iowa to get here. So I'm starting to think that they're not going to carry them all the time now, which that stinks. So we'll have to figure something out. A lot of folks just solder their own together. I am not all that familiar with soldering electronics, so I don't want to do that and then have someone buy that and take it into their home and something happen. So that's just me, though. Yeah, I just don't want something to happen. So yeah, these are $2.99. Like, if I even check another store, the closest one is 75 miles and they got 10 of them. I mean, I could probably order them again. Like, O'Fallon, Illinois has 20. But again, I got a case of 24 up there. So I'm good for right now until we find something different. And might be able to go on Temu or Alibaba or one of those and find them cheaper somewhere, which I'm sure probably could at some point. So that's probably what we'll have to do after the first of the year is track down a new supplier for those. So because it looks like Menards is not going to stock them anymore, which stinks. Which really, really, really stinks. So, but it is what it is. So, I'll be honest. I think I was the only person buying at the store, in fact, because I ordered 10 shipped to store, and I went to pick them up, and it's 8 in a box, and they had 2 taped to the top. So that means they come 8 to a box. So I went over and looked on the shelf, and there were 6 on the shelf. So I bought all 6 of those too. So and then I bought 24 that way. I don't even open that box. Make sure I got 24. I should probably do that. Right? Smart, right? I mean, you clearly see Menards reused a box from somewhere. I mean, yeah, something came from Grove City, Ohio, and then went to Menards, and yeah, it's all over the place. Okay. It took like a week and a half to get here from Iowa, which was kind of crazy too. I think. But, whatever. Oh, that's nice. They even supplied the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 and oh, I know why they did that. They did that so nothing got crushed. Boom. Nice. All right. So we're set. Now, not all the light boxes can use those because of the way they're made, but for the most part, that's what we'll use. So, oh my God. That works so well. All right. Back to Lightburn. That's the program we use. What's going on here? All right. Just a 2-inch circle. Put them up there. Could take 45 seconds to cut, it says. Now here's the fun part. Making a 2-inch circle work in like a 2 1/4 inch area. We're going to go with that and try it. I don't know what's going to happen. Again, it's all scrap, so if something doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We put it in a pile and we walk on. Like I said, we have the X tool, then we have a Bambu Lab A1, with the AMS. AMS is a lifesaver. There's no way that I don't think there's any way I could do the stuff that we do and not have the AMS because of just the colors and the printing, and I would have to paint everything by hand, and that's not going to happen. I mean, I could do it, but it's not going to be good, and there's no way we would be able to sell the stuff for the prices we do. We like to keep it cheap where everyone can afford it. Everyone can, enjoy it. That's what's important. Enjoying it. Perfect 2-inch swinkle. There we go. Well, we'll just take that and paint it black. And I guess we'll throw that piece away. I don't think there's any more useful out of it. So people come in my shop and they laugh at me because of the pile of just scrap that we have. I'm like, hey, stuff ain't cheap, man. Stuff ain't cheap, and you gotta use everything you can. Looks like the Chiefs one is coming out good on the printer. It's nice. We gotta figure out what to do with all our printer poop. We have a whole bin of it. I think the one thing I'm gonna do next year is keep track of how many hours we put on the laser for sure. The printer, yeah, we can just look at the computer on it because it does have a built-in hours on it. But the printer, not so much. But I just like to see how many hours do we put on the printer in a year, So break it down, like at the end of the year, what we made versus how many hours, and see what we made an hour on it. So let's see if this one's going to work out. Perfect. All right. So Air Force is done. Next up is Navy. The Navy, we're in the Navy now. All right, we're gonna cut this and get back to work. Thank you guys for coming out and enjoying it. If you enjoy this content, make sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell. We're going to be putting out more videos, probably some giveaways, and we actually have a custom piece that we're going to try to make of our own doing. We've never tinkered with CAD before, but we're going to try it. It'll be an exclusive piece that there'll only be so many made, so stay tuned for that. And just keep printing, keep lasering, and have a great time. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.